Zero cycling on auto was something that I knew was possible. I just didn't think that I could make it a reality, and that's because of two reasons, right? One, because the AI in Star Rail is idiotic, and it is the equivalent of using a child, right, who hasn't maybe developed motor function and hasn't maybe learned the ability to think, okay? And two, because it takes a certain DPS. I was thinking specifically maybe like Jing Yuan or Blade, maybe with higher refinements on their weapons or superimpositions, whatever. Argenti changes that. Let's just say that Argenti changes that. Okay, let's just see how Argenti does without his light cone. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. And will his skill finish off the zero cycle? No. Okay. Oh wow. Oh. Okay, he failed. He failed. Well, let's just continue this and let's just see what happens. We're going to this time do a couple of things different, okay? We're not going to use Argenti's skill, technique. We're not going to use Bronya's technique. Reason being is that they do too much damage in the beginning of the wave, and the wave, the benefits that you gain, with the exception of like a very slight buff that Benediction is like increased, right? Because Tingyon is not already maxed out with her like base stats, I guess, right? You'll see the benefit of sometimes going into a fight without using all your firepower. Okay, beautiful. And we'll start off. Well, actually, I forgot. I don't have options. I can't choose. It's auto, right? I'm going to pause it, obviously, to talk about kind of how it works and stuff. How I changed the builds around and moved them around to even make this auto zero cycle possible. But one of the things right there was, as you can see, nobody died. That's extremely important because now Argenti's going to gain a hell of a lot of energy on that second attack, which has to be the one to kill. But I've made it so it works out pretty commonly. That is what happens. Now, also, it doesn't matter who he hits. It can hit anybody because I don't need the energy. Tingyon is on cogs, and she was already hit last turn once, so she doesn't need any extra energy from getting hit. And Bronya decides to actually use her skill because Bronya will only use her skill at 2 skill points. That is apparently how auto works, auto Bronya. And I don't have Bronya's light cone either. There's no 5-star light cones at all. And beautiful, that is an improvement from the last one technically because it did more damage to the 4-legged guy. And now please, 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 Argenti, finish this zero cycle on auto for the love of God. Yes! It's done. It's done. It did the zero cycle as an auto player, as an AI. Okay, so here we've got the team of Argenti and his fellow brethren, or female brethren, whatever it is, I don't know. Argenti is on Genius Repose, okay? He's 55 over 178 because when he gains the 25% crit rate from his talent, that puts him at 80, right? And in my opinion, having that slightly low crit rate in the beginning actually helps because you want to miss a couple crits on that big guy so he doesn't die. That I think is actually a very, very important aspect of the run because he needs the second hit of energy to be able to ult immediately off the bat without losing the defense shred that Pela's resolution light cone gives to the enemies. Because if Argenti can't ult right after Pela's ult, then you just miss out on that extra 15%. And he is on Quantum Set too, so yeah. Anyways, so he is on S4 Genius Repose. I'll be honest, the numbers of Genius Repose versus Serious Systems of Breakfast at S4 versus S5, this is just like, this one will do 109k, the other one, or sorry, this one does 107k, that one does 105k. It's just 2k less at like maximum, at like the maximum ult, when I have like all my buffs and debuffs and everything. So yeah, in my opinion, Serious of Breakfast can literally do this run just as well, as long as you just have maybe, well, actually, I'll get into that. It's Bronya's Light Cone. If you just have Bronya's Light Cone, this run becomes 10 times easier. Jesus. Yeah, speed, crit damage, attack boots definitely. I like the nukes. The speed's good maybe normally, but for the zero cycles on auto, you can't rely on thought. So you can't rely on putting him in front of Bronya and then having him just attack and then Bronya boost him, because he'll just skill and waste it, and then Bronya will never skill if she's at 1 skill point ever. Yep, and on Sal Soto. And so it was on the attack orb. It skipped a little too fast, but it is on the attack orb because it has 6 speed. And if you use the damage bonuses that Bronya's light cone gives, that Bronya's skill gives, that Tingyun's ult gives, if you have him on a light cone that gives, I actually don't have him on a light cone that gives him damage. But once for example, I superimpose the Battle Pass light cone, the Year Edition one, which is in my opinion the only one that's worth to get, then that damage bonus will make this, not this rope, but the orb even better right now. So yeah. Anyways, E0, yeah. So Pala's on resolution the best way. I'm trying to think. These actually don't really need much to go into, but it is on the passerby set, speed boots. Everything's defensive, and on the effect body hit rate because of the resolution. Yeah, meshing cogs. If Tingyun uses her ult, then skill, then 2 attacks, she's still missing 5 energy. If you put her on one of the sets, Von Whack, or the same energy type one, that one I think would make the 3-turn ult work, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. And Tingyun, I just, for the love of me, I can't get speed boots, so I'm literally, I've purple feather or head. I mean, I'm just trying to get as much speed. Tingyun does not need to be fast. Tingyun would like to be fast, but Tingyun is not hurt by being slow, in my opinion, because unless she's so fast that she can outspeed everybody and get an extra attack, when she gains her 20% speed boost from her skill for 2 turns, I mean, she's already 115 speed. I mean, what do you need, right? Or 113, I don't know. Or 112, but yeah. E2, yeah, by the way. So, pass in the future. If this is Bronya's light cone, this run becomes so much easier. My god, this run becomes so much easier. Because you get 1 skill point when you use Bronya's ult, and then the AI will always use Bronya's skill on Argenti in like half of the runs. Because half of the runs, if Argenti kills the first guy in one hit, then you're always missing 1 skill point for Bronya to do it. Right? It's obnoxious, but that's just how it is. Bronya's skill and alter maxed. Yeah. Yeah, doesn't really have a 4-piece messenger. I was thinking about it, but honestly, you don't need it. And she wasn't on an attack orb. That's just because one time I did this and Japard was left with 1% and Bronya decided to hit it, and even critting it didn't do 1% damage. So I thought, if I ever get into this situation again, since she's already bulky enough that she never really gets killed and that she gets targeted by every single person, she's already tanky enough. So like these are her stats. She's 32 over 1200 with a crit damage body and speed boots and an attack orb and a 4-star light cone. So yeah, I don't know. Say what you say. And yeah, but that's Argenti. I mean, that is the 0 cycle on auto. It was something that gave me a little bit of insight into just how dumb this game is when it comes to its AI and its auto plays. But nonetheless, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Adios, and see y'all later.